of the week.
Right here on Troy Cable. Good to see you, my friend.
You too.
And you're pinking it out this morning.
Change the view a little.
Yeah, we'll
get it updated.
We'll have it updated a little bit. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, it is a Thursday, windy Thursday. And what does a guy that owns an automobile dealership, let's just say in Florida or in Dothan, how does he prepare for this storm?
Well, I called a good friend of mine in Dothan yesterday, and I called him the day before and asked him if he needed any help, but then I called him again yesterday morning, and he said they'd moved all their high-end inventory indoors, everything they could make fit.
Yeah.
And had pulled some of the other stuff. I guess what would be they were kind of on the top of it, so pull some of the other stuff to the west side of the building, because most of the wind early on would have come from the east, the heavy winds. Now, when it passed, it was going to circle around a little bit, but it should have started dying a little by then. So they try to take care of everything they can and do
I reckon
as much
the
as they
nightmare is a huge bunch of BBs about the size of a quarter, isn't it?
Oh yeah, hail damage is the number one concern.
Did you think there was much hail damage in this storm? I didn't hear much of it.
I haven't heard anything. I was looking at some pictures last night. There's some pretty severe damage on the coast for those of you that hadn't seen it yet.
Yeah. Have you been able to find out about your real estate down there?
I think the property, my wife got an email from the property manager, and I think it's...
that's what we're hoping.
Considering some of the things that have been done to some of the other places, I think we came through in really good shape.
Well, how bad down the beach was it? Say like to Thomas's Donuts, was it hit?
The further you went west,
I
think the better it was. The people are that I'm familiar with. I go to the Panama City fishing page a lot, as do some of the other folks in Troy. And we saw all the marinas that are no longer. All the boat storage buildings caved in. At Pirates Cove and at Lighthouse. Treasure Island sustained some pretty severe damage. So there's probably over 1,000 boats that are either gone or have very severe damage.
And of course, even though a lot of them, the smaller boats are inside a big, huge area, you can't, 150-mile-an-hour winds, you can't do much about it.
Yeah, that's the and the newest building at Pirates Cove is the one that it looked like fared the best. It still had one side of it fall in.
Were you looking at it on the computer or what?
Mm-hmm. They said that one was built. They only opened it a couple of years ago, and it was built to sustain 140 plus mile an hour winds.
I ate at that restaurant that brunch on Sundays right there. I ate that quite a bit.
What is the name of that place? The restaurant now? It used to be.
It's new though.
Yeah, they changed the name of it 2 or 3 times, and that's how I knew that I was actually watching video of Ma Marina.
Right on top of
the guy was riding around, and he pulls in and he says, "Hey, this is." He didn't even recognize where he was. He said, "This is it." He said, "This is Pirates Cove Marina, because that's the restaurant right there."
Yeah. If somebody knows about the situations down there, when are they going to let us go see about our property?
That I do not know. I think they said it could take days. I know we did get we didn't get a personal notification, but there was a notification posted on the Panama City fishing page about Pirates Cove. First thing they got to do is hire security, because they were talking about some people who were already walking around looking, sightseers.
How about a little bit inland from there, right there?
I didn't see anything else. That was all that was posted, because they were talking about they were going to try to get some kind of security hired today, and that even the employees would not be able to get in to assess anything until the law enforcement and the first responders released them to do that.
Mexico Beach, I think, in Apalachicola was probably the prime area hit.
I would say that place.
So the people on the beach really
damage.
were lucky compared to those folks, no question about it.
Oh yeah, there's I had a couple of texts back and forth with my buddies yesterday, and we were, I hadn't heard about this, I hadn't heard about that. Man, I'm getting frustrated, and then I finally said, look, I'd rather be here and not know than be down there and know.
All right, now I've been able to, on the computer, go to Thompson Donuts and then move down a little bit right and see my place there. Can I still do that?
I would think that the wind probably got those cameras.
Yeah.
They had a webcam at Pirates Cove, and for the first couple hours yesterday, there were so many people viewing it that it was overworked. There wasn't room for you to get on there, and then, of course, it goes down when the storm hits.
And I used to have a number from but we say not open. I don't know though. I'm talking about Sunnyside Grill.
Nobody on there's got power.
I know, so they don't have any power at all.
Yeah, nobody's. Well, the further east may, and you're talking about. I mean, further west.
Yeah,
and you're talking about on the west end of the beach.
It's further west.
So the further west you go, the better off you are.
Yeah, no question about it.
But there is, prayers, thoughts and prayers for friends, relatives, and family in that area because they took some pretty serious blows yesterday.
No question about it. And of course, our prayers and our thoughts with everyone involved. And of course, boy, have you ever seen coverage in more like? I don't know. I think there's some people on this weather channel that are trying to become Hollywood heroes or something. Because boy, they put on a show.
They do, but if you think about it,
I know.
That's their passion. That's what they love to do, and they want to be in the middle of it because that's the path they chose.
Well, I tell you what, we had the coverage like no coverage.
You could watch it on any channel you wanted to.
And then people saying they were actually in the right there. There were people actually looking up at the hurricane.
Yeah, in the eye of the storm.
In the eye of the storm, which was probably the most calm place there at that time, I reckon. And then the eye, they
I don't know who you call.
I don't know who that is.
Somebody was talking.
Yeah, no question. We'll get him off right now. Of course, if you know anything firsthand about the damage down there, of course everybody saw it on TV. But again, it's going to continue to be pretty rough weather, especially folks living in North Georgia, Northwest, East Georgia.
Yeah, I haven't looked, but it was supposed to be gone.
I was thinking it might even affect Troy's football game a little bit.
No, it's done.
Yeah, but the bad weather going on up the coast.
That's what. But see, I think it's supposed to be all the way offshore by the end of the day today. Yeah, see, it's right there now, and it's not 50, 75 miles from the shoreline, so hopefully it'll be gone by midday.
I got you. I was looking at our scores. If you'll take a look at yours, take a look at Michael's, and I'll grade yours. You've got yours there, don't you, or do you?
No, you get it too somewhere. Mine should have my name written on the bottom of it.
I know it. And,
well, actually, this is not the...
That's Michael, but...
yeah, I don't think this is going to be the same day because I didn't write his name like that.
Greenville, it was Greenville.
Enterprise, it's Central.
Yeah, that's right. Let's go ahead and grade it. All right, last week, of course, Central beat Enterprise. There was no question there. Greenville beat Charlton, and everybody had that pretty much. Unless you were politically correct.
No, I took Greenville.
I had, for some crazy reason, I took.
We still got one somewhere. Don't have mine.
We're gonna be able to find it.
We'll see where we get it. We can do them all.
Of course, we got a lot going on here with the weather and all the things going on. In fact, rain. Can you believe this? The forecast when I just walked in the door, 0 rain in Alabama. Is that hard to say?
Yes, and I was looking before I left the house. It's 76 degrees right now, and the high today is 76 degrees.
And of course, tonight I saw 53 degrees tonight.
That's
so we're gonna,
I'm ready.
Then kickoff for Alabama was in the low 70s.
Probably the high, unless they change something. The high there that day. The high there that day 76.
You gonna have a fire in your tailgate area? You reckon?
We'll have a grill. I don't know about fire. I'm ready for some cool weather, but we'll have a grill.
Well, let me ask you this: do you think that they'll let people in by then?
In Panama City?
Yeah, to see the problem?
I would say, unless there's an emergency, I would say the first of next week. And I know there's a lot of people around here.
I wish they would just say,
friends,
hey, you
family,
can't come
property, boats, and stuff like that. And they probably will today.
Yeah.
I mean, they were still trying to recover yesterday in a sense.
Yeah, exactly.
I would bet they make some kind of announcement today.
I wish we could come in early on that. Let's see here. Where is he? If you see him over there. Okay, you're on Today in L.A. How you doing?
Hey, morning.
Mike Heyman's calling in from Birmingham, Mike. And, of course, any rain up there this morning? Right now, we don't see any rain.
Yeah, the rain's kind of gone. It's actually cooler temperatures. They say it's going to be in the 40s tonight.
Well, it was in the 50s down here, so that's exactly right. So kickoff for Alabama's going to be fairly cool on Saturday. Is that right?
Yeah, I think the low in Tuscaloosa, I was looking yesterday, is going to be 56. So it could be in the 60s going into the 50s, which would be actually nice for once.
Yeah, exactly. In fact, cooler temperatures, thanks, I hate to say this, thanks to a terrible hurricane.
That cold front was coming anyway from the west. They've had a lot of colder temperatures. It was going to come either way.
Exactly. We're looking for some of our information. We'll find it in a minute. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back.
Forevermark Diamonds. Beautiful, rare, responsibly sourced. Available at Marguerite's Exquisite Jewelry.
When you are handed the key to a new Bill Jackson Chevrolet Buick or GMC, rev up your imagination. Think of all the places you can go in some of the most stylish, best quality cars available on the market today. Feel confident driving vehicles with superb dependability and safety ratings. And smile, you saved a ton of money because you bought at Bill Jackson. Let the only thing holding you back be the end of the road. A Bill Jackson Chevrolet Buick GMC vehicle will not only change your life, it saves you money like nowhere else.
Check out these cool savings going on now during our hot summer sale at your local Troy and Ozark Road Mart, like our $29.99 oil change special or our $129.99 brake special. We'll also keep you cool during these hot days of summer with our $29.99 AC special. So come see us and take advantage of these hot summer specials at your friendly Troy and Ozark Road Mart, where we've been serving our friends and neighbors all over the Wiregrass since 1974.
At Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we support our military. That's right, not $1,000 sign-on bonus, but $1,200 sign-on bonus at Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Thanks for your service. Thanks for your service. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we support our military.
We're still trying to find the sheets. We're back.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen, and of course we appreciate all of our sponsors this morning. Of course, Bill Jackson Chevrolet on the bypass, and we were talking about what the Chevrolet dealerships and people like that do when they know it's coming. And I'm sure all of that strip there in Panama City had to do some kind of, did they put as many of them inside as they could?
As many of them as you can. And whoever holds your floor plan, whether it be GM Financial or Ally, Ford Motor Credit if you're a Ford dealer, they'll give you some transportation assistance. They'll pay you like $25 a car to move.
Oh, really? Well, that's good. I bet they would.
They'll help you get them out of the way.
Yeah. We were talking about that recently. You know, we're talking about millions and millions of dollars in inventory, and like you said, these insurance companies are more concerned than anybody, aren't they?
Oh, there's no doubt. You know, they'll do all they can to make sure you're protected.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, Mike Amos is with us from Birmingham this morning, and Mike, I'm looking for Jim's scorecard, and I'm having trouble finding it. Of all the ones I need to find, I definitely need to find his.
Yeah, well, news out of Tuscaloosa, Tremont Diggs, although starting cornerback, is out for the year now with the broken foot. So that's going to be a big issue with depth. You know, on Alabama's defense, and he was probably one of their best cover guys. And then the guy they had backing him up had already gotten hurt earlier this season, so he was out for the year. So I don't know if Alabama's going to have trouble in the secondary going forward or not, Jim.
Yeah, that's where they were a little thin, but that means, you know, the guy that'd been in and out was, you know, they kind of alternated back and forth with Patrick Surtain and Savion Smith, but of course now they're both going to have to play.
And then, of course, it came out that Tua has been playing with a sprained knee. But if you play that well with a sprained knee, I can't imagine if your knee was healthy.
This is the one we're looking for.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
And I'll give you a little more info on that next time we take a break.
Yeah, exactly, no question about it. Of course, again, if you have any questions or concerns about the storm, you know, who would you call?
Well, I don't.
Who would you call?
I would say by lunch today they will have a phone number set up. I know they extended curfew until noon today.
Yeah.
It's supposed to end at 6 and then 8. Now I think they've extended it to noon today, so you can't get out until noon. But I
can't get in or out or what?
Yeah. Well, you're supposed to, curfew till noon, so you're supposed to stay in your house until noon. And I'm sure they'll come up with some kind of emergency line or information line or something like that to check. But they're not going to know yet either.
Yeah.
Because it's been dark on them just like it has everybody else.
No question about it.
What about Troy? Did Troy have any kind of tree damage or anything?
Very little. I didn't even hear but of a few people losing power for a short period of time.
Exactly. Jim, in the games that were played this past weekend, well,
everybody lost Mississippi State, Auburn.
Well, I know
not everybody did.
What do you mean?
I picked Mississippi State.
Yeah, you sure did, and I got it right here.
Everybody took LSU. That was it, I think.
Yes.
Well, yeah, that was easy to do, and.
Well, not really. I mean, Florida just come off beating Mississippi State. We're actually probably missed that one. Everybody missed Texas on Oklahoma too.
Well, I tell you what,
there was tons of upsets.
I've got that info somewhere.
Well, we'll just go ahead and pick the games. We'll figure this out later.
We'll figure that out next break because we don't have a lot today.
Exactly, no question about it. Of course, we've got some big games coming up.
A decent game tonight. TCU and Texas Tech probably be a pretty good game.
Yeah.
Yes.
No question about it. In fact, we've got to write that in.
State's quarterback looked like he had the fix on against Appalachian State. I've never seen a quarterback just throw horrible interception after horrible interception.
Do you know we can wear both?
Who was it?
If I'm Troy, I can't wait to play either one of them. I think Troy will beat either one of them, Mike.
Who is that?
We watched the.
I don't know, man. Appalachian State looked pretty good.
You think Appalachian State looked pretty good?
Yeah, they got some athletes, man.
I tell you.
I talked to somebody the other day that said they were strong.
They got athletes, but
so they might be a co-favorite.
They're not a real physical team. What I'm saying is, I think Troy can play with them. No question about it, in my mind. All right, let's go with that game tonight. TCU is playing who now?
Hosting Texas Tech.
All right, we're gonna write that in. TCU plays at home to Texas Tech. Is that right?
That's right.
All right, versus Texas Tech.
ESPN game.
All right, if I was, this is going to be a good one. I'm going to take TCU because they're playing at home. How about you, Jim? Found it.
Yes, I like TCU.
You're something.
Yeah, I think.
You got through?
Yeah, we got them. We got them. We'll work on that.
Gotcha.
Next deal we got.
I think Texas Tech's playing really well right now. I mean, they just got beat by West Virginia. But I'll go with TCU, but I wouldn't be shocked if all Texas Tech won this game. But TCU hasn't been playing that great this year.
No question about it. And Texas Tech has been playing well. Boy, this one, you know what?
Yeah, this is a hard nut to pull.
I'm gonna turn around.
You're gonna take Texas Tech?
Texas Tech. Y'all talked me into it. Like a guy talked me into taking Arkansas State.
That's right.
Okay. All right.
Well, Arkansas State was winning that game when I was watching it in the second quarter, and then I turned it back later, and Appalachian State was killing them. So I don't know how many turnovers Arkansas State had. I saw a few of them.
Yeah, exactly. No question about it. Roll Tide. Heavy that.
We got it.
Yeah, we got it. When you want it to come on, it won't come on.
It won't, and then when you don't want it to, it starts
exactly.
playing.
Okay. All right. So, any other game tonight, Mike?
You got the pros. You got Philadelphia Eagles at the Giants.
The Eagles at the Giants. Whoa. Let's play that. Let's
go back to the high school.
All right.
We'll get into the NFL we don't have any college games. I couldn't tell you what a single NFL team's record is.
I was just.
Well, that actually would have been an easy pick. The Giants have only won one game.
And I feel for Eli, I really do.
You know who Eli Manning's offensive coordinator is now?
No.
Mike Shula.
Oh boy, Mr. Conservative. But you know, Mike Shula's sitting right here now. How can he be doing that now, huh? Listen, how many times people thought you were Mike Shula?
Okay, you do a lot.
And of course, we're ready to get going here now. Carroll High at Charles Simpson, and this will be the game of the week, where we come in and we televise that game live for you right here on Troy Cable Channel 2, starting at around 6:45. We'll be bringing you all the plays and the action of Charles Henderson High School of Troy against Carroll High of Ozark. Carroll has got a great team. They've lost only one game, I think, in a couple of years. I'm going to take Charles Henderson to upset them. I'm taking Charles Henderson.
Wow.
I can't do that. I'm going to pull for...
What is making you think that Charles Henderson...
I'm going to pull for Charles Henderson.
Mike, I'm trying to sell Chevrolets. I'm trying to sell Chevrolets.
I'm going to pull for Charles Henderson, but they're going to have to show me something. They took it on the chin again last week in Greenville.
Yeah.
I just think Carroll's too big a task for them.
I mean, it would be different if Charles Henderson's actually playing some of these games close. They're getting blown out. Yeah. I mean, I hate it. I mean, I hate that this season is like it is. I mean, they're very lucky, I guess to 1-1. But I like Carroll, and I like them big.
Look, Carroll, and he likes them big. All these folks are jumping up and down in Ozark. Of course, you can sit back and watch it from your den TV and enjoy it. I tell you what, the coverage and the clarity and everything about these games live have been good. We can go out there and do a live.
So y'all have instant replay now.
We can go out there. We can go to Bill Jackson Chevrolet and do a live.
A live feed.
Live feed selling Chevrolet cars and trucks.
You need to call and see if Thomas's Donuts is open this morning. Then they can tell you how our house is.
Yeah, I know that would help, wouldn't it? We'd at least know the general location, wouldn't we? Okay, Monroe Academy at Pike, and this is the big one. Pike, 8 victories and no defeats. One of the top teams in the independent schools. Coach and his team has played so well against a team they have a hard time beating. Is this Monroe Academy team, who is one of the top teams in the state. This is probably the battle of the top 2 or 3 teams in the state. Jim, who do you like?
Are they same classification?
Same class.
I'm going to take Pike Lib at home. That 8-0's pretty substantial record. I don't know that much about Monroe.
Yeah, what is Monroe's record?
Well, they're undefeated and very good, no question about it. This is the same school that Keith Pugh. You remember Keith Pugh and KJ Lazenby and all them, the same team that of course, they hadn't had many major college players since, but the starting right tackle for Troy went to Monroe, didn't he, Mike?
Yeah, he did. That's right. Yeah, you're right. 8-0 against 8-0. Man, this is going to be a great game.
It'll be a good ball game.
And it's going to be a good one.
And they're playing here.
Playing here. Huge game for Pike. As big a game as they've had in a long time.
It's the Volunteers against the Patriots.
That's right. The Volunteers against the Patriots. The Tennessee Volunteers.
Are they in the same area or region or whatever they call it?
What now?
Are they in the same area or region in the private school?
I think they are.
So this could be like for the region championship?
I think that's right. And they wear those orange jerseys just like the Tennessee Volunteers. And ladies and gentlemen,
their logo is just like Tennessee's.
And ladies and gentlemen, you're going to hear me come out in a few moments with my pick of the century. In just a few moments, a pick of the century. I'll take Pike Lib to beat Monroe at home in a huge game at the Laney Kerbin Stadium, 7 o'clock kickoff. Should be a good one. Jim Jackson.
I'll take Pike Lib.
I looked at the schedules this year, and I feel like Pike Lib, they're undefeated, but I don't know if they've been tested yet. I'm going to take Monroe.
All right, Mike Amos takes Monroe. Remember, Mike Amos, my son, takes Monroe.
He did.
I live in Birmingham. If Pike Lib wins, I would be happy either way. But I just feel like this is the best team they played.
Well, there's no question about it. This is 2 of the premier teams in the state of Alabama. Of course, the other one is Tonga Academy is one of them that's really, really good, and also
Bessemer. They're 2A, so that doesn't factor in.
That's right. All right, so everybody. All right, Jim, you took Pike.
Everybody took Pike Lib.
Everybody
except Michael. Michael took Monroe.
Okay, Goshen at Calhoun. This should be a big one, big runaway here. I'll take Goshen in a big way.
Yeah, this should be an easy win for Goshen.
Yeah, I'll take Goshen.
Okay, Arrington got it handed to them last week.
I had heard that. Saw a couple things online.
Beat them, and of course, you know, Arrington had. I mean, Abbeville has a good team, and
yeah. When I saw Abbeville had played Pike County that close, I had to go with Abbeville in that game. And I didn't think Abbeville would beat Arrington 30-0. It wasn't even close.
No question about it. That would have surprised me too. No question about it. Okay, we've got I'm taking Arrington to beat Barber County.
Yeah, I like Arrington.
Yeah, Barber County is awful. I'll take Arrington.
Who does Laverne play? We have Laverne down here, but we don't have an opponent.
I know, and that's what I've got to find here.
I'll find it.
I've got it probably right here.
Of course, Laverne and Coach Rawls are undefeated as well.
And I saw him recently, and you know, he is just enjoying himself so well. I would too if I was 8-0 or 7-0. And of course, we're picking out one of these newspapers this morning to look at about that game. And
this will be a great game tonight, man. Highland home at Luverne.
Oh, it's tonight?
Well, I mean tomorrow night. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I would think I'm going to go to me a game.
It's the Battle of Crenshaw County.
Highland home and Luverne. Where are they playing the game?
In Luverne.
At Luverne. All right. So Highland home, HH. You know, Highland home is playing real good.
They are. And so is Laverne too.
Yeah. And Mike, tell us a little story about their head coach. He comes from a pretty big school.
Yeah, Coach Coggins. They're actually an all Adidas school. He's a really, really nice guy. He came from Wetumpka. The story about him that's pretty crazy is he's from Clanton originally, so he actually lives in Clanton and drives to Highland home every day.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. A lot of coaches do that.
So he got to come through Montgomery every day.
Exactly.
His wife's a nurse in Montgomery, so but really nice guy. They've got Coach Mitchell that was at Goshen.
I remember him well.
Mitchell, and was at Brandley. He's their offense coordinator. And then Will Pouncey, he was at
Will Pouncey, yes,
Elba is their defense coordinator. So he's got a really good staff as well.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, that's going to be a good one. But now Luverne at home, I've just got to go with Luverne at home.
Yeah, I'm going to take Luverne playing at home.
They were playing in the pit.
Are they both 2A?
Yeah, they're both 2A.
If they were playing in the pit, Mike, and you know all about the pit, I would take Highland home, the Flying Squadron.
I'll take Luverne at home. If it wasn't Holland, I'll take Holland.
Okay, this is Bill Jackson's Picks of the Week on Troy Cable Channel 2, and we've got Zion Chapel at Central Hayville. You know, I think he's going to win that game again, Mike. I'm taking Zion, and that'll give him 3 wins or 4 wins?
4 wins.
That's the best Zion Chapel has done in a long time.
Well, and, he's beating everybody finally that he's
supposed to beat.
Then he's still losing the people that are a little bit, you know.
Yeah, that's right.
More.
That's a tough 2A league, right? I tell you.
If he gets to 4 wins and gets to 5 wins, you know that's an unbelievable job there. If you beat somebody he's not supposed to beat, I'll take
Zion Chapel. Okay.
Randy Bryan from Troy, actually. He's finishing graduate.
Know him well. Oh, okay, Jim. Who do you like here?
I like Zion Chapel.
All right, I like Zion Chapel. Next on the list is Pike County at Slocum, and the Bulldogs, Mike, like they do every year under Coach Holland, they get better and they get better and they get better. I'm impressed with the way he coaches football.
Yeah, they did. I mean, just a consistent team down there.
Oh, yeah. And boy, what they'll do, they'll knock your head off on defense. Everybody talks about, well, why aren't we scoring? Well, when you play defense like they do, you don't have to worry too much. I'll take Pike County to beat Slocum at Slocum, and even though Slocum's got some players now.
I like Pike County.
They beat Pike County beat Providence Christian, who was undefeated last week, and I'll take Pike County against Slocum.
And that was Kenny Key's first loss of the season against Pike County. I tell you, they have a tough mindset. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
They are real physical.
Just prepared for the game.
The thing is with them, you know, all of them play both ways. They never come off the field. They got to be in unbelievable condition.
And they wear their pads. They wear their pads so their biceps will be showing. You know, some Penn State does that. You know, with their.
I mean, if you look at the
see those tree trunk arms.
Oh yeah.
If you look at the athletes that's come out of Pike County over the last 20 years, it's pretty incredible.
Yeah, no question about it. Okay, the next one, everybody takes Pike County. The next one is Elba at Georgiana, the game of the week as far as the big game goes.
Georgiana's got a good team, don't they?
Oh, they're loaded. They're loaded. In fact,
I think Georgiana's undefeated.
Yeah, did Luverne beat Georgiana, or did Georgiana beat Luverne?
I think, I guess they did lose to Luverne. That's their only loss.
Yeah, that's the only loss. And they are really, really good. Who do you like here?
Man, this is a tough game.
Yes, at Georgiana.
Payne Harrison's got Elba undefeated as well. I'll go Elba.
And they've got a kid named Singletary that is unreal. And Mike, he's one of the top players in the state of Alabama.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Elba.
So Jim Jackson, pretty in pink this morning, takes LB. Okay, I got you. All right, Mike, who do you like?
He took Elba.
I took Elba, you know.
We're waiting on you.
I know you're waiting on me. I'm trying to find out what I need to do. This one is a big one.
It's Elba at Georgiana.
Oh, boy. Brother, what a ball game this is going to be. I'll take the Elba Tigers in a close one. Man, I could easily go with Georgiana here.
Oh, there's no doubt.
If you get over there early enough, you could go to the Hank Williams Museum.
That's right, exactly right. And take the shortcut over. You know the shortcut to Mobile from here? Like you go out and leave.
Oh yeah, that is a shortcut to get on 65.
Yeah,
get on 65 at Georgiana.
Yeah. Cut across there instead of going through Greenville. You know.
Now the road is barely big enough for 2 cars to go past.
Well, no, it's bigger than that now. Hopefully. I'm trying to sell gasoline on that road, Mike. I've got that up here.
That's the way I go when I'm going to Mobile or Biloxi or somewhere down there.
You know, you go past that big.
When I go to Grayton, I go 65 and I get off on the Georgiana exit.
I want to say this is a 5.
I think that's Highway 109. Is that right?
I want to take. Yeah, that's right. And you look off on the right and see a big place. I think that's 5 James Place. I want to say that big farm over there. Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Opp at Providence, and what has happened to Opp? They have gone on a skid. Providence is going to beat them 4, maybe 5 touchdowns. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree.
What's happened to Opp and the Rattlesnakes?
A lot of it's players, man. You get a good class, and you're so strong for so long, and then you graduate 8, 10, 12 of those key seniors, and that's hard to do at a small school.
Why didn't they change their name over the years, Mike, to Rattlesnakes instead of you don't hear of anybody named Rattlesnakes much, do you?
I don't think so.
Florida A&M Rattlers.
Yeah, the Rattlers, they used to be. Yeah, they they don't even.
You hear some people called Diamondbacks.
Yeah, well, yeah, maybe so. Okay, everybody takes Providence here.
Yeah.
Okay, New Brockton at Sampson. New Brockton's on a tear right now. Give me the Gamecocks.
We haven't picked New Brockton all year. I guess I'll take them.
Yeah, I don't know anything about them, but I'll take them.
NB means New Brockton.
I know Sampson's got a new coach this year.
Yeah. I tell you, we appreciate all of our sponsors this morning. Of course, our private sponsors.
Is Troy Cable on in New Brockton?
Yeah, it is. It sure is. And Troy Cable is getting to be everywhere. Of course, Bill Jackson Chevrolet Picks of the Week right here on Troy Cable Channel 2. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back.
Why buy from Pike County Ford? We live local. Troy is our home, so you'll always be dealing with hometown folks who are all about Troy. We'll beat any legitimate written offer you bring in, so you know you're getting the best deal guaranteed. And no matter what you buy from Pike County Ford, you can always count on the best service before and after the sale. Bottom line, you get good people, a better product, and the best deal, guaranteed. Pike County Ford in Troy, never too far for a far better deal.
At Cost Plus 10%, we offer your favorite brands at the best price. At Piggly Wiggly, we keep it simple. We price our products at cost, then add 10% at checkout. We carry all your favorite name brand foods, and we accept manufacturer coupons. Find us on Facebook and see our weekly specials.
Have you seen an increase in your insurance premiums or significant change in your insurance coverage? Let Sandbeck Insurance offer you a better plan to suit your business or personal needs. Sandbeck Insurance offers many lines of insurance, whether it's home, farm, or auto insurance, work comp, business, or health and life policies. Sandbeck is here for you. Call or visit our Troy, Enterprise, or Andalusia office today. Sandbeck Insurance, where we take pride in taking care of your insurance needs.
A personal touch. A high level of trust. Whether it's checking and savings accounts personal or business loans, or our local friendly service. That's what Troy Bank and Trust customers expect. But now we offer more. Free identity theft protection for our new and existing customers, protecting your family's time, money, and good name from identity theft. Because protecting your identity is now a big part of our identity.
When you are handed the key to a new Bill Jackson Chevrolet Buick or GMC, rev up your imagination. Think of all the places you can go in some of the most stylish, best quality cars available on the market today. Feel confident driving vehicles with superb dependability and safety ratings. And smile, you saved a ton of money because you bought at Bill Jackson. Let the only thing holding you back be the end of the road. A Bill Jackson Chevrolet Buick GMC vehicle will not only change your life, it saves you money like nowhere else.
At Cost Plus 10%, we offer your favorite brands at the best price. At Piggly Wiggly, we keep it simple. We price our products at cost, then add 10% at checkout. We carry all your favorite name brand foods, and we accept manufacturer coupons. Find us on Facebook and see our weekly specials.
Michigan.
Back to our show, ladies and gentlemen, brought to you by First Citizens Bank of Luverne. We appreciate them so much being one of our sponsors on this show.
They also have a location in Holland Home.
Yeah, I tell you, that's a great bank, no question about it. William and Petrie and all those great folks. Want to mention also, ladies and gentlemen, our good friends at Bird Drugs today. Delicious breakfast, delicious lunch. And of course, the best drugstore in town, in my book, is Bird Drugs on the corner.
I wonder what Troy's doing on their trip. Are they going to go up later today? Are they going to go up tomorrow? I mean, are they just going to spend one day up there?
When do they play?
Virginia before the game?
All right, they play at 1 o'clock on Saturday.
Okay. Notre Dame beat Virginia Tech, didn't they? You had Virginia Tech, Michael.
Yeah, I took them in the upset. That was a real good pick.
Boise State won, didn't they?
No, Boise State got beat. San Diego State. We didn't even talk about that. That was a huge upset. San Diego State beat Boise.
Yeah, because we both lost that one.
This is last week's game.
Kentucky at Texas A&M. Iowa State, Oklahoma State got beat. Georgia beat Vandy. Navy, Air Force.
Air Force won big.
Yeah, they sure did.
Navy's really down this year.
You're right.
Well, everybody missed that one.
It's somebody calling in.
Everybody missed Oklahoma.
I can't really see it. Do you see it? Is that thing blinking right there? Or is it? It's a Will probably calling in on his.
Yeah, it's line 2.
All right, Mike, I'm going to put you on hold.
Kansas State and Baylor.
I took Baylor.
We're going to get Will Matthews.
Yeah, I had them. Miami, Alabama. This may be the difference. You had Auburn, I had Mississippi State.
Yeah, that was a big one.
Because I had Notre Dame, but he had one earlier than that. Let's see. Of course, we got to check your dad, too.
You on hold a minute, Mike. Good morning. You on today in L.A., Bill Jackson Chevrolet's Picks of the Week.
Hey, Marcus, Max Howell. How you doing?
Max Howell calling in all the way from Fulton, Mississippi. And, Max, boy, we've been rained on like never before.
Because I've been following
Close to 4 inches yesterday. Close to 4 inches of rain yesterday for the Troy area.
Wow. Hey, all right, so does Troy play at home this week?
Troy plays at Liberty, and could be the trap of all traps, Max.
Well, hey, look, now I just got off the phone with my oldest daughter. She's in just outside Charlotte, and she said they expect 4 to 6 inches of rain.
I know. You see, I worry about that. You're right.
Yeah. So I just check that weather out before y'all get on the bus.
No question about it.
All right, well, tell me what's going on down there. Everybody, no damage after the storm, though, right? Just rain.
Well, so far, but they still looking at everything down in Panama City. We'll probably get a report soon. It was a lot of damage. Most of it came in at Mexico Beach. Of course, you used to live in that general area. Mine was 22 and 9.
We've all been up and down the coast. You got a place down there. I lived on that coast about 10 years. That might have been its biggest storm has ever hit down there.
That's why they claimed that it was one of the biggest ever. And we're still, I don't know. I think the pain can still might be ahead of a lot of folks.
I think you're right. Yeah, I know. North Mississippi sent about 50 trucks down yesterday.
Yeah.
For power to try to get the power restored and help clean up the mess. But I think that you know, I think the country, this part of the country, these people, they'll flock in there and do their best to get it straightened back up as quick as possible.
Yeah. I'm going to put you on hold a second. Put you on hold in just a second.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4.
All right.
No, you missed more than that. There's one more game than that. Let's see. 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. You missed. You didn't take Arkansas. Louisiana Tech won, didn't they?
Okay, we got both of you on, Mike. Max, are you on? Max, say hello.
Hello.
All right, Michael, I got you on too.
That's right.
All right, Mike, we've got Max Howell on one line, you on another, and Jim Jackson on another one. And we're talking about, well, before we get going on the rest of these picks, Max, tell us about the Auburn-Mississippi State game. Did that surprise you how Mississippi State was able to run straight at Auburn?
Well, Auburn made no adjustments, Mike. I don't know what Kevin Steele's doing up there. They never put a spy on the quarterback.
I never saw 8 in the box. Did you ever see 8 or 9 in the box?
Never. I don't know what in the heck was going on. Mississippi State played about where I thought they would. They're capable of playing.
Wouldn't you have tried to take the run away from, put 8 or 9 in the box if you had to?
Hey, look, on the quarterback draw, Mike, you don't have to put one linebacker on him. That's all you got to do. And they never made that. When Fitzgerald took a step back to fake the draw or fake the pass and run the draw, the linebackers ran out there to the hook zone like they were going to play pass.
Exactly right.
They were not prepared for that ball game. They had no enthusiasm, and they looked like they were in total chaos.
And still, 2 or 3 plays, and they could have won the game. You play them 2 weeks down the road, and Auburn probably wins that game. I don't know.
Well, if they don't do something with the coaching staff, they don't. I mean, who's calling the plays? Is Lindsey calling them or Gus?
I know exactly. Mike, my son Mike's on the other line. He was all week long telling me that this kid from Fitzpatrick is not a good passer, and he proved that. He's not a very good passer.
Yeah.
What's the deal with him?
Well, I mean, just how he touched.
Is he hurt, Max, or is he just really not a good thrower?
He's not a good passer. That was why they lost a couple of ball games. So Moorhead was trying to force him into a passing game, and they knew they had a pretty good offensive front. And they knew he could run it. He surpassed Tim Tebow in the rushing. Remember when he was a freshman, he was an all-SEC quarterback. I think he led the league in passing and rushing that year. But they had some great wide receivers. But no, he can't throw the football. Look, guys. When he came out of high school, he had 2 scholarship offers: Middle Tennessee and Mississippi State. He was a tight end in high school.
You mean Troy didn't even offer him either?
And now he's the leading rusher as a quarterback in SEC history.
Right. Yeah. Well, look, you know who gets credit for that? Dan Mullen. He's the one that coached him up.
Yeah.
And he's going to do the same thing at Florida too, by the way.
That old guy's, I'd tell you something about him. Anybody watch?
You still going on Wimp Sanderson's show all the time? I used to listen to you a lot.
Every Monday and every Friday, 7:30.
How's Wimp doing? Wimp's about 81 now, isn't he?
Yeah, he's doing good. Of course, he's kind of laying a little low to all this stuff at Alabama.
Who won it?
Yeah, they might have some issues with Colin Sexton. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't ask him any questions on the air about that. We just talk football when I'm on with it.
Before we get going, maybe the biggest upset to me last week was UAB going to La Tech and beating them.
Beat them bad.
Yeah.
And they just wore them out. This guy at UAB, Max, can coach, can't he?
Well, you know where he got started, don't you?
Prattville High School.
He's had championships there.
Yeah.
Bill Clark.
And then went from there to South Alabama.
Yeah, with Joey Jones.
With Joey Jones. And then went back to UAB.
But he
was the head coach. He was the head coach of Jacksonville State.
I was going to say he went.
I went to Jacksonville State. That's right. He had 1 year at Jacksonville State, and then went to UAB. But the fact is, guys, Bill Clark's a good football coach. Of course, they rewarded him well. It went from I think he started about 300 days up to 650 or 700,000, and I think he'll stay there for a couple of years. And he likes Birmingham, and he knows they're trying to build a new stadium. If that all happens, Clark may just stay there. I don't know.
Yeah, the stadium's a done deal. It's going to be a 55,000 seat stadium. It's already been approved.
And now, of course, everybody I would say, 70% were Alabama fans in Birmingham, and say the rest are Auburn and the rest of the folks?
Yeah, I don't think that's why Coach Guy, after he got to Auburn, he fought like crazy to get that Alabama Auburn team out of Birmingham every year. Coach Bryant loved it. He knew the stadium 2/3 full was going to be Alabama fans. Yeah. And Coach Guy knew better than that. So, they got that switched out, which I think is better home and home with that game. And I think a lot of others, I'm waiting one day Georgia and Florida go back to that and get out of Jacksonville. But I don't know how quick that's going to happen.
Well, of course, I would say the surprise team out there is Florida, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think Dan Mullen's really done a really good job of that. I'll be honest with you. He's done a better job with Felipe Franks, and I thought that could be done with him. I thought he'd already have Emory Jones, the young freshman, already in that quarterback, but he's trying to redshirt him now. So, Florida, look, I watched, and we talked about that. I watched what he did at Mississippi State, the kind of recruits he was getting. 1 5-star in 24 3 and 2 stars, and he was coaching them up. And I knew then if he ever got to a place where he could control the recruiting for his, from within his own state, that he can win. And I think we're going to see that sitting in Florida.
Max Howell calling from Fulton, Mississippi. Max,
how's your ESPN show going in Tupelo?
Oh my goodness, I can't keep up. I usually go in on the morning show and just kind of sit around and kind of be a guest host on that from time to time, but. It's going really, really well, guys. We got a strong morning show with a high school coach on and a local business guy. We got Matt White as a color analyst from Mississippi State radio broadcast, and I do a show. We got Feinbaum, and we do live junior college football on Thursday night, a high school Friday night, SEC game of the week on Saturday, and the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday. We've got a scoreboard show from 10 to midnight on Friday night. It's averaging 3,000 to 5,000 listening. We've got the Facebook and the YouTube going on it every week. So and we've only been on the air 6 weeks. Our support, our financial support is, I can't keep up on getting folks. I'm hiring 2 new salespeople today to get the road. So we've already got approval to increase our power. We're going to 25,000 watts first of the year. That'll put us out about 50, 55 miles from Tupelo. And then we're going to 50,000 watts next year, and that'll put us in Birmingham and Memphis.
Which is wonderful.
That'll get you a lot of listeners.
Yeah. I was watching Feinbaum yesterday, and he had
a lot of people out there listening don't realize Max was the head guy on sports radio in Atlanta for years. How many years were you on in Atlanta sports radio?
11 years, Michael. Let me tell you, I'm going back to having a 25th anniversary on November 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. I'm going back to do shows all day that Friday on the 2nd.
Ladies and gentlemen, his name was Mac. I love a traffic jam Howell. Hey, you're in Atlanta radio and you got them caught in traffic. The only thing they do is listen to your show.
That's it.
Which they loved it,
nobody could listen to us at home, but we knew that. And that was before iPhones and iPads were invented. So we knew that the guys that were stuck in traffic jams, either in the morning or in the afternoon, which you guys have been at Atlanta, 285 to 85, 75, just to be a parking lot sometimes. Well, you had a good listener.
The key to success is knowing your audience and figuring out a way to get to them.
That's right.
Right. Our Arbitron ratings, we had about 400,000 people listen to that show every day. That was according to Arbitron, not me.
Mike, and the big guy's office was right down the hall. The big guy.
Yeah. Well,
you know who the big guy was, don't you? CNN.
Oh. That group of stations turned into Cumulus, which they ended up on 540 stations across the country. Yeah. So that was a major corporation.
What's our guy with CNN that office was right down the hall from yours?
He's on Ted Turner?
Ted Turner.
Yeah, Turner. Yeah.
Well, he owned the Omni. He had a big office there. Jim stayed at the Omni more than anybody I know,
Listen, he didn't come in at the front door. He had a helicopter that landed on the roof.
Yeah.
The second floor.
I'm sure he had some ins and outs that nobody knew about.
Yeah, Jane Fonda came by the studio every morning.
Okay.
She worked out in the gym right next to her.
I bet she was sweating too. I bet she walked in there sweating probably.
Oh, listen, she had on a trench coat and sunglasses and a hat. You could never know who it was.
So do y'all carry the Cowboys just because everybody loves Dak Prescott so much in Mississippi?
Yeah, Yeah, that's the reason.
I don't blame him.
We went after Dallas, maybe because of Prescott. Because they aren't doing too well, as you know.
Yeah, he's not having a good year.
No, he's not.
He's not, and I think that they put a lot on him. And this is, I think, another reason too, guys. This is a financial thing. This is his last year of his contract, and they're gonna trade him. I don't think there's any doubt.
Yeah.
They didn't put anybody around him. His offensive front is awful. And Jason Garrett, I don't know. I have a mixed emotion about it. I don't see how he could go from where he was as a rookie and succeeded the way he did and come down to where he is right now. I mean, they are. If they win 5 or 6 games this year, they're gonna be fortunate.
Looking for a Chevrolet truck today. They've got a tremendous amount of them. How many you got on lot right now?
We do have a lot of trucks coming. They're not here yet. Got in probably 8 or 10 in the last few days, and we're probably 30 or 40 more on the way.
Still selling Tahoes?
Mm-hmm. Tahoes and Yukons.
And, of course, the 3-seater, or is that what most of them have?
Yeah, all of them. You can't delete the 3rd seat now, so they're all 3-seaters.
And, of course, best selection around is that Bill Jackson Chevrolet right here. Tell you a little background, Max, with Jim Jackson here. Of course, his dad's originally from Birmingham, the Valley area. What do they call it?
Bessemer.
The Bessemer area. And of course,
school at West End.
We went to West End High School. You remember some of the guys went to West End?
Oh yeah.
And then, of course, had a dealership in the Lineville, Ashland area, and then bought the dealership in Troy. Been here how many years now?
Next year will be 30.
He is one of the biggest advocate of this pink. Wear pink for breast cancer awareness. Breast cancer awareness. Cancer awareness, and nobody does it more involved in it than.
Do it now, Max.
Chevrolet.
Hey Jim, you probably one of my best friends in Birmingham was in the car dealership investment. That was Ernie Young, Young Chevrolet.
When was that?
Yeah, well, see, Jerry, his son, and I've done statewide radio. He and I called state championship games last year on Raycom. He and I talk at least once a week right now. And he, by the way, he's the sports information director at a high school in Birmingham. At Thompson High School.
Thompson, where Tua's little brother is.
That's where Tallulah is.
Right, that's where Tua.
When were you in Birmingham, Max?
I just moved over here about 3 or 4 years ago. I did radio at 2 new stations over there for 4 or 5 years. That was back in 2011, 12, and 13.
Okay, yeah, we were there, and we left Birmingham in '79.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, then.
Max used to go head-to-head against Farnbaum in the afternoon. I had to switch
they
back
hired me. That's what they hired me to do, is come up there and try to create a competition for him. And I obviously never beat his numbers, but I will say this: we got pretty close a couple of times.
He had. I watched him yesterday. He had Vern Lundquist. I thought that was interesting, and then he had the guy that started ESPN Sports, pretty much. What's the head guy there? ESPN Sports. He was on his show yesterday.
Yeah, I didn't watch. Yeah. I was on the straight time.
All right, Max. Before we get into these college games, there's a rumor that just ran through our studios here, Max, that said Tua had surgery. Have you heard anything about that?
I knew that they were going to probably hold him out this week because of a knee, and I saw him limp off last week. Well, look, guys, they got Jalen Hurts, who's 26-2, won a national championship at number 2.
Exactly.
So,
well, is it surgery or? But
no, he didn't have.
He didn't actually have
surgery. They just took a close look at it.
Oh. So,
it's a situation where Missouri is going to be able to score some points. They're horrible on defense, but
right.
I mean, I still think Alabama would win by 3 touchdowns if Hurts would.
Yeah, I do too. If y'all looked at the line this morning, in it, 20, 25?
Well, it came out at, let me see what it is now.
28.
Came out at 28 and went up a little from the get-go.
Yeah, well, that's the Alabama fans. They're going to jump all over that, That's the thing I got upset with them last week. They scored 65 and they don't cover.
I know it.
Yeah, 2 late touchdowns. They're still 28.
And you know what? When you don't hear the crowd roar at the end of the game, you know they didn't win the money.
You're right. Hey,
well, they're in Fayetteville.
And when is the last time you saw an over-under in an Alabama game at 73.5?
Gosh, that is unreal.
I'm taking the over on that.
I probably would, too.
No question about it.
Well, I'd like to know if Tua was going to play before I made that decision.
I would, too. All right, Mike, Jim wins by a game over you. Is that right? And me, I was 22. I was 21
I was 24-8. It was 32 games. Michael was 23-9, and you were 21-11.
Okay.
Listen, I hope my show up here on Monday, guys. People call in and want to know how I like my quote. Because I picked LSU, I picked Auburn, Missouri. So 3 right off the bat I missed, and I don't do. I'll say this: at the time I make my pick, I'm just like you guys. You only pick on what you see and what you're doing. And I tell these people, they call in and get on my case pretty heavy sometimes. I said, look, if I had a crystal ball, guys, I'd be in Las Vegas counting my money. I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you.
Well, I'll tell you right now. I'd like to have a crystal ball on this one. Georgia at LSU. I think this is going to be one heck of a football game.
Well, Georgia's 7 point, I think. Let's just come down a little bit. But I think it was 7 yesterday. And they play at 2:30. Yeah, I'm going to say this to you. If they played at 7 o'clock at night, I'd take LSU.
I bet you would. Because everybody except the referee with a white hat on and his cohorts would be drunk, probably.
Well, since the game's at 2:30, I understand that the parking lots opened up yesterday. And they started their tailgating parties last night, and they'll go slap through to 2 o'clock on Saturday afternoon.
The key is this: does LSU have the offense to win this game?
Well, they got to have some help from Georgia, obviously. I mean, Georgia's a better team from, position by position. Georgia's probably got more talent, but that's not always a team that wins.
But they hadn't played anybody that's going to line up and hit them in the mouth either.
Yeah, they're fixing to.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Be real careful who you take here. Georgia at LSU. Jim, who do you like?
I like Georgia simply because I don't think LSU's got the manpower or the firepower to keep up with them. And I think if you got to score over 20 points against a good football team, LSU's still in a little bit of trouble.
Boy, oh boy, he's going to be carrying. Coach is going to be carrying. Max, who do you like here?
Yeah, I'm going to take Georgia probably for the same reason. I think if they keep, I will say this: if they keep the scores in the 20s, I think LSU's got a great chance.
That's right.
If they got to go with 30, LSU can't do that. Joe Burrow's done a great job, but they're still a consistent running football team as opposed to throwing it down the field. I will say this: Georgia's going, if they win or lose, they'll win back to Athens and play the basketball, get them like this.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, I took Georgia. Mike, who do you like?
I'll take Georgia. I mean, I think Burrow got exposed against Florida, and Kirby Smart's building Alabama all over again in Athens, so I'm going to take Georgia.
Okay, Ohio State at Minnesota. Everybody likes Ohio State. Is that right?
Sure. Yeah, sure.
Okay, West Virginia at Iowa State. Ladies and gentlemen, my upset special of the week is take this Purdy, this quarterback at Iowa State. Iowa State will win the football game, Max. Will win the football game.
Mike, you want to do about 100 on the side of that one?
Well, I know this. This is somebody's got to beat them. If not, they're going to be in the Final Four.
Well, no, Texas will beat them at home.
You think so?
I think so.
Well, I tell you what, Iowa State's fixing to beat them. What do you think? Iowa State's got a good football team and a good young coach. Well, you're exactly right. Who do you like, Max?
I'm taking West Virginia.
All right, Jim, who do you like here?
I was looking for the line on this game.
Line 6.5.
6.5. West Virginia 6.5 favorite. I like Iowa State to win the game. All right, who you like, Mike?
West Virginia.
Oh, everybody's got West Virginia.
Well, I don't know. Hang on a minute.
Here comes Jim Jackson.
Like
you know, West Virginia's got the Simmons kid that played at Alabama. He transferred, the wide receiver out of Clay Chalkville.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me ask pheasant hunting before a football.
Yeah. Well, look, squirrel season's already in, and deer season starts I think, in 2 weeks. But no, one thing you got to know about Mississippi, they go in through, but they get up and down. You go back and look at Ole Miss's crowd, you look at Mississippi State's crowd, but after Mississippi State had lost 2 ball games, guys, you couldn't find anybody that would support them until they stepped up and beat Auburn.
All right, Jim, who do you like?
I took Iowa State.
Oh, Jim takes Iowa State. So the two gurus.
Well, I was looking at some night game.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, 6 o'clock. I like Iowa State at home.
Jim's always been an Iowa State fan ever since they beat Oklahoma State, put Alabama in the national championship.
We dang sure needed it, didn't we?
Well, all right, now we got Washington, who almost got knocked off last week, playing at Oregon. I like Oregon in that in a back-to-back upset.
I like Oregon in that game at home, actually.
You like Oregon?
You're picking all my same
No,
teams.
I can't even see it over there.
Well, I hadn't even circled it yet either, so you're not cheating.
Have I been looking at his paper? Now move your arm. Move your arm.
Look, I hadn't even circled it yet. So
I can see you right there in class. You reach it up there and say, "Hey, move your arm a little bit so I can see your paper."
I just like Oregon at home.
Okay, Max, who do you like here?
I like Oregon at home too. I think the speed's going to probably catch Washington right now.
All right, that's a big game out there.
I don't think Washington's as strong as everybody thought they were.
Yeah. All right, Mike, who do you like?
Oregon.
I'm going to go against. I'm going to take Washington.
All right, Mike takes Washington. Okay. Penn State. Okay, we got an Oregon guy in the next room. Penn State at Michigan State. Michigan State gets knocked off this past week. Hear this, ladies and gentlemen. Wait a minute. The game's at where's the game played? I made a mistake here, I think.
You said, according to this, it's at Penn State.
All right, it's at Penn State. That's all right. I made a mistake. I don't believe Michigan State can beat them at Penn State. I'll take Penn State. Who do you like, Max? There.
I'll take Penn State to win it home.
I like Penn State.
Okay. If they were playing at Michigan State, I'd take Michigan State in that game. Mike?
13.5-point favorite. I'll take Penn State.
Okay, here we go. Here's one here that I don't know about. Texas and Baylor. I don't even know where this game's played.
You got it at Texas, but let me see. At Texas.
Okay, it's at Texas.
Yeah, Baylor's 4-2. They're playing a lot better this year.
I'm going to take Texas.
I really, Max, I hate what happened at Baylor because I liked him as a coach. He was a high school coach that started with a great high school coach, started winning in college. What did you think about that?
Well, hey, look, Chad Morris was a great high school coach out there, and he's won in 5.
Exactly right. But didn't you sort of like Baylor though with the old high school coach?
But they lost sight of what they're trying to do, Mike, and they lost sight of controlling the kids. And there's a lot of things that goes on behind the scenes that it never makes a public eye until.
Do you know another Baptist church, Baptist school that messed up like that was Mississippi College? You remember that?
Oh, you're right. Oh,
won a national championship and then had to give it back.
Well, when you walk the wrong line, that's why Hugh Freeze can't get a job.
Yeah.
I'm just going to tell you, when you step yourself out and present yourself in one light and do another, hypocrisy will get you every time.
You could write a book on Hugh Freeze, couldn't you?
I may one day.
All right, Texas and Baylor. Everybody takes Texas. Hook 'em on.
Yeah.
I like this Texas quarterback, Max. He's a winner, man. I tell you.
It's going to be interesting now to see, what Jim Buck can do at A&E on how it looks like Tom Herman's got Texas back on the right track, and there'll be a lot of competition in that state now for players.
All right, now I want you to hear this.
Did y'all watch that game, though? They almost choked it away. They were up 45-21 in the fourth quarter.
Who is that?
Texas. Well, you got to learn how to win again now in big games.
Ladies and gentlemen, pardon me, I'm going to do it again. Somebody's got to beat them. Got to beat Central Florida. Memphis is going to beat them at Memphis. What time they play that game? Somebody told me they went to a Memphis game the other day and said that it was a wild place.
Well, it's at Memphis. Central Florida's a 4.5-point favorite. 2:30 and the over/under's 81.
81. The over/under is 81. That's as high as you're going to find anywhere.
Wow.
I like Memphis to beat them, y'all. What do you think?
I don't know yet. I'm taking Central Florida. They're number one in the country last year, so.
Somebody's got to beat them, Max.
I know they do, but I don't think it's going to be Memphis.
My son thinks this Memphis coach is one of the hot items out there. Is that true?
Yeah, normal.
Yeah, you go back, guys. You got to understand. When you get a place like Memphis, they can get them in school up there if they got body heat. play by the same rules.
I've heard it said many ways, but never one like that. That was great.
I'll say this, you know, I think Central Florida, this will be their toughest game left, but, you know, Memphis got beat a few weeks ago by Tulane. I'll take Central Florida.
Yeah, I do too.
Okay. All right. Jim, who do you like here?
Everybody taking Central Florida?
Yeah, I took Central Florida.
Okay. All right. So everybody took Central Florida, and I took Memphis. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tunica is just right down the road.
You thinking you might want to go that game?
No, but they're making book there. Michigan versus Wisconsin, and this could be the game, one of the tough games of the week.
Yeah.
And old Khaki Pants. Can you believe this? That they would nickname somebody Khaki Pants. Have you heard that? That's why they call him Khaki Pants.
Who is that, Harbaugh?
Yeah, Harbaugh. You know, he came in here and went to Prattville to a football camp one 2 to 3 years ago, and he was out there in his khaki pants and no shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, who do y'all like?
Michigan in this game. The line started at 6.5. It's going to 9.5. I'm going to take Michigan.
Yeah.
To beat Wisconsin. They're playing at Michigan?
Yep.
Boy, who is it they've been raving on about Michigan? Who is it, the quarterback or who?
Shea Patterson?
Yeah, Shea Patterson that came from Ole Miss.
All right, I'll take Michigan. I don't want to because Wisconsin's pretty good. It's hard to go against Wisconsin.
Yeah, well, you know, they're gonna turn and just hand it off to Murray every snap, try to control the ball.
Who do you like here, Max?
I'm gonna take Michigan in that one because I think Harbaugh has finally got him a quarterback to, you know, run a wide open offense. And Patterson came out when Ole Miss signed him. He was the #1 quarterback in America. And of course, you know the rest of the story. Ole Miss. But the fact is, he is a good player.
All right, Jim.
They finally got him in the groove.
I took Michigan.
All right, Jim took Michigan, and Michigan has the best defense in the country, at least statistically. Colorado's trying to come back. They're undefeated. They're playing at Southern Cal. What happens this week, Max?
Oh my gosh, gee.
Dom, dom, da dom, da dom, da 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 dom. And then they're.
I'm gonna ask this question, Mike. Who cares?
Exactly.
Oh my God, are they playing at Southern Cal?
Yeah, playing at Southern Cal.
Southern Cal's like a 7-point favorite.
Yeah, I'm calling Southern Cal favorite in that one.
They are.
Colorado probably.
No, Southern Cal's favorite at home.
Okay, all right. I'm taking Southern Cal then.
I'm gonna take Southern Cal at home.
You know the offensive line coach at Southern Cal is, don't you?
No.
Neil Callaway.
Neil Callaway, did you know that, man?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I did. I remember that. I'd forgotten it, but yeah.
You know, Bud used to call Nix on this show. You know, our show with Bud Namath would come on at 6 o'clock and run to 7.
Yeah, that was early.
And he would wake. He said, let me call Neil Callaway. He's the only coach I know that's up. Then he got up early like Bud. But I like Neil Callaway. He's a good guy.
Well, they turned the program, or in the process of trying to turn it around. If you remember, Ogeron went out there and, you know, they got them back to 8 wins that year. Pete Jenkins was a defensive line coach, and I talked to Pete on a regular basis. And I think they've got some things going, but everybody out there wanted Ogeron to be the head football coach, except the athletic director. Yeah. And, of course, they made some decisions that didn't work out to begin with, but anyway, it looks like they're on the way back.
Ogeron and the coach at Mississippi, at Ole Miss, are the luckiest coaches in America.
Yeah. Well,
we call Matt Luke.
Yeah.
Look, Matt was Ogeron's line coach.
Was he really?
When he was at Ole Miss.
Yeah, I got you. All right. Okay, we're going to take a short break.
Everybody take USC?
Yeah, you taking them, Michael?
I'm taking them.
And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back with some more picks on Bill Jackson Chevrolet's Picks of the Week on Channel 2. Max, we'll be finishing this up in a minute. I'm glad you hung on with us. It's been fun.
Well, yeah.
We haven't gone away yet.
I know it.
I know you go outside the SEC just to get people to think about that, but I'll be honest with you, I never hardly even read about those other schools.
He's trying to find games that are decent.
Yeah, trying to find somebody to pick.
That's right.
Mike,
yeah.
I think we're still on, actually.
Back to our show.
Well, no, I don't think we ever went away.
I thought we were going to go on break, but we'll just stay right here.
He's in there.
Texas A&M at South Carolina. And, you know, does the coach make that much difference, Max? What do you think?
Look at what they've done. I don't think I had Jackie Sherrill on yesterday. He was on the sideline last week at A&M in Kentucky, and he says without a doubt that probably A&M will end up probably 7-5, maybe 8-4 even this year. I'm picking them. I think they go to South Carolina to win. Look, in the rainstorm, even without their first-team quarterback, South Carolina did get a 2-point win on Missouri this past week. And I picked Missouri in that one as well.
And the kid from Opelika is back. The kid from Opelika is back and will start in that game. I saw it in the paper this morning. And you can believe everything in the paper.
Jake Bentley.
Yeah. But, the kid, anybody ever heard of the kid that won the game last week?
No, I never heard of him.
Yeah, I didn't know he was on the roster. But I'm taking A&M, Mike.
Yeah. Okay.
A lot of people don't realize that game last week, there was like a monsoon. It was just a rainstorm. I mean, it was unbelievable weather they played through. Yeah. And Missouri made a 57-yard field goal that they thought was enough to win the game, and then Carolina got it back and kicked a field goal to win it.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, I saw the highlights.
I'll take A&M.
All right. Who do you like, Jim Jackson?
This is a close one here. I'm going to take A&M.
All right, A&M.
These guys know each other well. When Fisher was offensive coordinator at LSU, Muschamp was the defense coordinator, so they know each other really well.
You know, only thing I have to say is the coach can't play. I'm going to take Texas A&M.
I doubt either one of them could throw it very well.
I know, exactly. But Jimbo, he's a competitor, isn't he?
Oh, man, listen. I saw that spring game, and you talking about ripping them. I can promise you there's some kids. That roster is smaller today than it was at the end of spring. He learned up them all. I can tell you that now.
We watched Jimbo play back when he was in college. He was a starting quarterback at Stanford, and his head coach was Larry Bowden.
That's right.
And they had a great field goal kicker on that team, and it was, who it was? It was Good Deal O'Neill's grandson. Dave O'Neill's son. Dave O'Neill. You coached Dave O'Neill in golf. It was Dave O'Neill's son.
Yeah,
he was a great kicker.
Well, you know I know Dave.
I know, you coached him in golf. Jim sitting next to me is a huge golf guy and one of the best golfers in Pike County.
Still play a little.
He's pretty good. But listen, Max, tell him at one time who you coached in golf.
Well, I had Mike Griffin, who played number 3 for us, and Mike was coach there at Troy, and he went on to Auburn for 25 years. Of course, Dave O'Neill was there. Warren Hanchey was on that team.
That's right.
I mean,
And the president's son, what's his name? Oh gosh, his son was on that team too, and also Sam Robinson. You remember Sam?
Robinson, no,
from Eufaula.
Yeah,
I do not.
Eufaula, yeah.
But see, back then.
Let me tell you what we did though. We were pretty successful as a golf team. But I recruited those kids, gave each one a dozen golf balls, showed them where the country club was. I said the Dan leaves at Friday at 5 o'clock.
You're exactly right. And that's all you had to do with those guys. They were good.
Yeah, they've been playing, I wasn't 25, 26 years old.
And back then, they didn't know what a steel wood was back then.
Oh, no.
But old Hatchie could hit it. Old Hatchie could tear it up. Now he's making millions, isn't he?
Doing pretty well with it, Mike, I can tell you.
Yeah. Okay, our next game, I was thumbing through here, looking at some big games that we might have missed. Of course,
we got 3 left.
There's Northwestern and Nebraska.
An interesting game to me would be Miami going to Virginia. I wouldn't be surprised.
All right, let's do that one. I'll take Miami. Who do y'all like there?
Miami at UVA.
Yeah, Miami at Virginia.
I'm gonna take Virginia.
I'm taking Miami.
Okay. Let's see here. If there's any other game that might jump right out at us. Notre Dame's playing Pittsburgh. That's not much to look at there. That might be a good game.
What's the line on the Miami-Virginia game?
6.5.
6.5.
Miami's favored.
And,
you got Duke, Georgia Tech. That wouldn't be a bad game.
Yeah, let's take Duke and Georgia Tech. And you know what? Tech is playing good football right now. Give me the Yellow Jackets. Yeah. Who do you like, Max?
I'm taking Tech in that one.
Where are they playing?
Yeah, where are they playing?
In Atlanta. Duke was undefeated until they got beat by Virginia Tech. But I think they'll have a tough time stopping the Georgia Tech quarterback. I'll take Georgia Tech.
Yeah, I like Georgia Tech.
Every time you say that's the ugliest football team in the world and they lose a game, you say, why in the world they running that offense? Why don't they fire that coach? And then he's won 3 or 4 straight and probably going to give Georgia all they want when they play them at the end of the year.
See, it's the system, guys. I'm telling you now, when you coach at that level, you don't have time. You got 3 days to get ready for that triple option.
And they just never see it.
Inside trap. I'm just telling you, it's the hardest. When I was at Florida State, we played Georgia Southern when Paul was there, coaching that. Guys, they had us 10-0 at halftime. We didn't beat them at 21-10. We've number one in the country.
That's amazing.
At that time.
All right, here's another one.
What about Ole Miss against Arkansas, Max?
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, let's take that one.
All right, now let me tell you
about the road and win that.
Well, they should, but Ole Miss is 0-4 in the last 4 years, even when they had the great teams with Hugh Freeze. That is unusual. And of course, you look at Arkansas. They put 31 and 400 yards against Alabama this past week. Ole Miss, they put 11 points against Alabama in 2 years. I'm just saying, should win the ball game, but strange things happen. I'm going to take Ole Miss in that, but it would not surprise me again to see Arkansas come. They're getting better. They're going to play a good ball game on Saturday night.
They are, and I think Chad Morris will do a good job up there.
I'm going to take Ole Miss.
Give him time.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think there's any doubt he's going to.
I mean, they left points on they left points on the board against Alabama. They fumbled inside.
Well, they're playing at Arkansas, though, aren't they? They're playing at Arkansas. I'm going to take Ole Miss in a squeaker.
Little Rock, Mike.
Okay, all right, that makes a big difference. Ugly.
I'm going to take Arkansas.
That's one of the ugliest stadiums I've ever been around.
It is. Yep.
All right, I'm gonna go Ole Miss in a close one.
I'm going with Ole Miss. And finally, one other one. Do we want to go?
Jim took Arkansas, so.
I did.
Oh, he did. How about is the Florida Vanderbilt game?
That's the only other one you need to do. It's Florida at Vanderbilt.
All right, Florida at Vanderbilt. Is there any way, Max?
No.
But you know, we're not looking.
You got to think Florida's going to have a letdown. They just beat Mississippi State on the road, and they won a huge game at home against LSU. This could be a close game.
And one other thing.
That's why that line's like it is.
And one other thing, they're not really that good on offense, in my opinion. What do y'all think? Everybody like Florida?
Florida's going to win that ball game, guys, by 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, and they're not but a 7-point favorite.
Oh, that is something to tell you something, won't it?
And it's that horrible morning kick, the 11 o'clock kick time.
Yeah.
I'll take Florida, but I think it'll be close.
Oh, yeah, no question about it. Of course, everybody's concerned.
That's one thing Mason can do at Vanderbilt. He's a pretty good defensive coach.
Yeah, everybody's concerned about this game right here. War Eagle! The Auburn Tigers getting ready for a big Southeastern Conference battle with the Tennessee Volunteers. Yes, it's Auburn and Tennessee. 1 o'clock kickoff from Jordan-Hare Stadium. 11 o'clock kickoff from Jordan-Hare Stadium in Auburn, Alabama. It's Auburn and the Tennessee Volunteers. And before y'all say a word, Tennessee is going to win the football game. I've got that upset special of the year. Tennessee to beat Auburn.
If that happens, that will be a gathering on Toomer's Corner with a bucket, and they'll be fast to try to raise that $32 million to get Gus out of town.
It's the only town in America that doesn't have any toilet paper. You got to go to Columbus, Georgia, or to Montgomery to get some toilet paper.
Or you can hang around after the game and just collect.
That's right, yeah. And, you know, they even throwing Charmin up into those trees. Would you waste Charmin? I mean, would you throw it up into the tree? And especially how much it costs? Jim Jackson, what do you think here in this game?
You know, I don't.
He's looking at it closely.
No, I don't think Tennessee can beat Auburn, but I will say this. Auburn's got Tennessee, Ole Miss, and Texas A&M left on their schedule. Yep. I think they lose at least one of those three, and it wouldn't surprise me if they didn't lose 2 of the 3.
I agree 100%.
Now, I don't know that this is one of them, but they are as bad up front offensively and as bad on the sidelines as I've seen them in a while.
I absolutely agree.
They make no adjustments.
Vegas loves Tennessee. This line started at 18. It's down to 14.5.
Well, let me tell you another thing, too. I think there's problems with offensive play calling. I believe Malzahn's
that's what I'm talking about when I said they got problems on the sidelines.
Yeah.
Malzahn, he's tried for 2 or 3 years. He just doesn't. He can't give it up.
Yeah.
I think Auburn would be a better football team if, when they kicked off, they took his headset away from him and they didn't give it back till the game was over. I really do.
Yeah. I mean, they hired this guy to do it, and he's proven he can do it,
You can't run the same plays over and over and over and line up in the same defensive formation over and over and over and expect something to change.
That's unreal.
And that's all they've done when they're in trouble.
No question about it.
Isn't that the definition of insanity?
That's what some people say.
But you know what? None of you have the guts to take to take Tennessee in this game. I'm going to have to be sitting here
I'm not taking Tennessee, but it would not surprise me if Tennessee, if it was a really close game. It would shock me if Tennessee beat them.
I mean, Jeremy Pruitt has gone up against Gus Malzahn several times. He just doesn't have the athletes.
Right. The key now is the players. He don't have the players.
And of course he's a hometown favorite. His wife is from downtown Banks, Alabama. Did y'all know that? A beautiful girl that he met at Florida State. A Troy girl.
I think Auburn will win, but I think it'll be pretty close.
Okay, Max.
Again, they got that 11 o'clock kick time, so there's going to be probably.
I have a stadium for.
Well, I think attendance is overrated because I went to the Alabama-Louisiana Lafayette game a couple of weeks ago, and I don't really mean overrated. I mean overstated because they count the tickets they sell. And they announced the Louisiana Lafayette attendance in Tuscaloosa at 101.3, and it holds 101.8. Y'all, I promise you, if you'd have counted the people, you wouldn't have got anywhere close to 70,000. Nowhere close.
Probably the worst. Arkansas sells 65, 70,000, and report that it won't be 40 in the stands.
Yeah, I guarantee you there wasn't 70 at the Louisiana Lafayette game.
Well,
and when they kicked off, there probably wasn't 60.
All right, listen to what Max said about the Mississippi State-Auburn game. Now, I thought that was a big game, Max, and I wanted to go at one time to that game. But your guy, who is a guru of Mississippi State football and really knows it better than he said, tell him not to worry. He can get a 50-yard line seat outside the gate. He said they're not going to fill it up. Why is that? You would have thought that Mississippi State would have filled it up with Auburn, wouldn't you?
I understand they're a 7 or 8 win team most every year. I mean, Dan Mullen had them up to 9 at one time. But, it's the environment. It's the culture.
Yep.
And on top of that, in Mississippi, guys, hunting is the biggest thing over.
Yeah, they're big.
You know how big the hunting industry, you know how many deer were killed in this state last year illegally? 300,000.
Wow. Isn't that amazing? But, of course, it's big in Alabama, too,
Last year, I can't remember if Michael went over there last year or not. But that was their game for the year last year when Alabama was there on a Saturday night.
Yeah.
It was an unbelievable atmosphere. And Alabama just ripped their heart out.
Yeah.
They scored twice in the last 2 minutes to win the football game. That Mississippi State had really dominated the entire game.
I remember that.
And Alabama kept making mistakes. But when the game was over, their fans were like, well, we knew it was coming. It always happened. They weren't mad. And it's like they were used to it.
Yeah.
They are.
And they're nobody was upset. There was nobody hollering and screaming at the Alabama people leaving. They were all just like, why'd y'all wait so late, man? You could have just went ahead and done it in the first half or something like that.
Bill Jackson Chevrolet on the bypass, ladies and gentlemen.
That's a great place to go. We've got great people over there.
No question about it.
I mean, Mullen never beat Alabama.
No. Well, there's a lot of coaches who haven't beat Alabama.
The Crimson Tide of Alabama at Bryant-Denny Stadium in Tuscaloosa is Alabama. The Crimson Tide against the Missouri Tigers. That is a 6:30 kickoff from Bryant-Denny Stadium in Tuscaloosa. Max, I'm dropping by Jim's Barbecue and going to buy about a dozen barbecues to carry with me. I'm going to go by Jim's tailgate area and say, free barbecue, free barbecue.
You buy a whole plate.
I'm telling you, buddy, they got the best in the South.
Hey, my son and I agree. How do you rate Jim's Barbecue? I know you go by there many times.
Look, there's a lot of places to eat, but I've got two places in my cell phone where I can call on the way and place an order and stop and pick it up.
Yeah.
And the two places I have are Jim's Barbecue and Dreamland.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, I don't ever call Dreamland on game day. I call them if I'm going in on a Friday and say, hey, let me have 3 slabs to go, and I'll pick them up in 15 minutes. Gyms you can call on a game day and get it going in, but you can't at Dream.
And they put they put that much barbecue on your plate too. I mean, on your I get the deluxe and get it to go usually. The only sad thing about Saturday though is the game's at 6:30. The gym's probably be 6 o'clock, so they'll be closed on the way back. I like to stop going and coming.
Yeah, it's if you're going to Birmingham first, you're going to bypass gyms, but barbecue's actually what we're having, I think, at our tailgate.
I was talking to Alan Jones. I said, "Well, Alan, you're hard to find except on game day. We know that you're going to be at gyms at least once or twice during that day."
Well, Alan actually doesn't come. You know, Denny will be there.
Yeah.
I don't think Alan's ever. I mean, he stopped by a time or two to speak, but he doesn't ever stay. Of course, they got family.
Yeah, that's right. Former All-American is his linebacker is his brother-in-law.
Yeah, Rich Wingo.
And
then they're also having a Sigma Nu reunion this weekend. Denny was saying they're having some kind of reception at Chuck's on Friday night. It's homecoming too.
Yeah.
So that'll bring a lot of people in.
Yeah, that is amazing to me. Homecoming, Max, at a 6:30 kickoff. That prolongs the day, doesn't it?
Oh, and actually, do y'all know what the big story is about Saturday night?
What?
They just announced it yesterday. They will play. They're going to give the students one more chance, and they're going to play Dixieland Delight early in the fourth quarter. And let me tell you the 4 people that introduced it and did the Facebook video: Greg Byrne, the athletic director; Terry Saban, the president of the SGA, and Damian Harris.
Oh, man.
They are the 4 that introduced it, and they're calling it Dixieland Delight done right.
Well, that's great.
And I said, let me give y'all some odds on
you
that being played.
Yeah, exactly.
Give you some odds on that being played a second time next week. They are 0.
Yeah.
Because the students aren't going to change.
Then I won't go see Philadelphia play.
If that offends you, go sit in Death Valley on a Saturday night.
Yeah.
You know, what they do in Tuscaloosa is minor.
Yeah, exactly.
Go to Athens, Georgia when they're ranked number 1 and you beat them by 30.
Yeah.
And listen to what some of the people tell you.
Yeah.
That's not, they shouldn't do that. I mean, I know it's easy to just reach over and cover your kids' ears. I heard it when I was growing up as a kid.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Okay, we got to go quick on this now. Who do y'all like? Max,
Troy and Liberty. I like Troy.
Well, you know we're going to take Alabama.
Okay.
Yeah, Troy.
And Auburn, both.
Yeah, Alabama and Auburn.
And now Troy, we've got let's go with the tiebreaker.
You want to pick the score on the Tennessee-Auburn game?
Yeah, Tennessee-Auburn game. I've got Auburn 28, Tennessee 21. I'm taking Tennessee 28. That's what I said.
Yeah, he got Tennessee 28-21.
28-21.
I can tell you this.
My son, he's throwing it in my face.
Jeremy Pruitt's smart enough to where if Auburn gets to 28 or 21 points, he'll be throwing the football.
All right, we got to go quick. Everybody takes Auburn, and I take Tennessee. Is that right?
Yeah, I'll take Auburn 27-13.
All right, 20. Mike says.
I'm taking Auburn 34-14.
I like them 31-20. What'd you say, Michael?
27-13.
All right, how about what does everybody say about Troy losing their quarterback, Max?
Well, look, you and I talked about it during the week, and you told me without a doubt number 3 is going to move up between the redshirt number 2.
That's right.
I think Troy's way too more balanced than Liberty is. Troy runs away with that one. And I think they can also play. I watched the game on Tuesday night. I think they beat Arkansas State. I think Troy and Appalachia State will be a really good ball game at the end of the season.
Yeah, all right, that's great. Max, thank you so much for being on our show, man.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Always.
And
nice to be with you guys.
All right, thank you so much.
All right, Max.
Jim had a lot of fun. Jim won last week, and Mike, he claims he's going to win this week, but it's a lot of close games.
Yeah, I picked a lot of upsets this week.
Yeah, this one's a little tougher this week.
I wouldn't be surprised at all if Liberty and Troy went right down the wire. Liberty could really score some points.
Yeah. Well, we got to be careful.
Don't be shocked if
you got a new quarterback starting for the first time for Troy. This is going to be a pressure game.
Don't be shocked if Missouri don't put up about 30 on Alabama too.
And tell me a little bit about the television for Troy. What channel?
It'll be on ESPN3, so you can watch it on your computer.
On your computer, and then some people are hooked up.
I can watch it on my television. I'm on with a different network up here.
Hope you have a great weekend, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you again tomorrow morning, bright and early for Today in L.A. And, of course, Bill Jackson Chevrolet. Appreciate it,
Be back next week.
Okay. Have a great day.